Hey everybody, it's State Representative Jim Nash. Today we are here at Indeed Brewing in Minneapolis. We're here on the Free the Growler tour again. We are once again trying to make the case for a change in the growler cap to allow these brewers to continue to employ people like you see behind me, to grow their beer, to grow their distribution, and to sell ultimately more beer to the people of Minnesota.
Indeed is getting real close to losing our ability to sell growlers and crowlers directly to consumers here in Minnesota. Fortunately, we do have a second brewery in Milwaukee where we will continue to be able to do that thanks to some of Wisconsin's laws, which are definitely a little bit more lenient on brewers as far as what they can do. We have a pistachio cream ale flight night, which we're selling here out of the brewery, both on premise where you can drink it in the brewery, but also get it to go in crowlers. Pistachio cream ale is a beer that we developed and came out with first at the very beginning of the pandemic. We tried it out and we thought, hey, this beer might be something people will like. And we brewed it, and then we first put it into a crowler. And this is a crowler here, and we also put it into growlers. And that was interesting because this is a way for us to sell it directly to consumers right out of the brewery and see what they think about it. We got to experiment and send this out there. People love this beer way more than I thought they would. I never would have gambled on this beer without that feedback. And so then we took the next step and we did a canning run of the beer with these labels here. These are stick-on labels. So instead of investing in a full truckload of printed cans, fully screen printed cans, we just labeled them here in-house. We maybe made 500 cases of this beer the first time. We went out there, we sold it through the 3-tier system, and then that gave us the guts and the information that we needed to have in order to actually get the beer put into fully printed, screen printed 12-ounce cans. We bought a truckload, and this beer released last week in 6-packs. It's a year-round beer. It never would have happened if it weren't for the crowlers. And that's the threat. People talk about crowlers and growlers. Oh, it's not that big part of your revenue because you're a big brewer now, you're a big brewer. The whole point for us is not just the revenue, which is important in keeping people employed, which helped us keep people employed during the pandemic, but it's about that experimentation. And it's that experimentation that not only benefits Indeed as a brewery, but it benefits our distribution partners and it benefits our retailers because they have something people are excited about. And if we lose growlers and crowlers, we're going to lose our ability to do that experimentation. I don't know how we'll develop new beers and get them out there into the market for people to try. We'll have to gamble more. We're going to lose money more. Our distributors are going to buy beer from us, and it's not going to turn out as well as it could have if we had that chance to experiment directly with our customers.
Caitlin just walked up to the window. Caitlin, you enjoy the pistachio cream ale, right?
I do.
So that's been one of the beers that we've been talking about, how it was experimented in a growler and people loved it, and you're here to buy the pistachio cream ale. You've been following what we've been doing. What would it mean if you weren't able to come here and buy a growler of your choice?
It would mean that I would not be able to try the specialty flavors that I typically enjoy in the tap room but have been unable to because of COVID.
So you've heard the Indeed story, and what you heard about the pistachio beer is just a phenomenal success story. If experimentation can't continue, that might be the last great beer that they experiment on, because no one is going to push all of their chips into the middle of a table on a pistachio cream ale and say, oh, let's go straight to a full canning production movement. So we have to do this growler cap lift because it's going to allow places like Indeed to continue to be experimental, to try new things, to innovate. They employ people, they give back to their communities, and if we can free the growler, what we'll do is allow them to continue to experiment and succeed with these wonderful beers like you've heard about today. So we have to do this. We have to get this done so that we can continue to have that vibrant brewer community here in Minnesota.